The child welfare system is flawed. In some cases, moving a child out of the home may be imperative, but in others, the family simply needs access to necessary support. In 2018, the Family First Prevention Services Act sought to improve this access, but not without difficulty. Kentucky, an early adopter, has struggled with the implementation. One organization is determined to do better and help the state emulate positive outcomes shown in others.
The children that we serve in our organization have suffered great traumas. A lot of people think that they themselves have done something wrong, but the wrong has been done to them, so they come to us to receive healing and hopefully to gain resilience. When a child is removed from their family, that can be very traumatic, not only for the child, but also for the family. Our organization aspires to provide comprehensive supports that really help to maintain the child with their family and their home, but if the child has to be removed, that we continue to provide comprehensive wraparound supports to get the child back, if possible, to their family. The children that we serve typically are taken from their home because they have experienced abuse, abandonment, or neglect. And at the heart of that typically is when a family is struggling with anger management, poverty, substance abuse. And so we hope to provide the family and the child comprehensive supports that are going to help deal and cope with those root causes, so that the child can remain with the family. We have a very dedicated team that believes in providing trauma-informed supports for the children and families that we serve. We also know that the community has become reliant on what we do. We've been in the community for a very long time, and other similar agencies across our state are just essential to providing supports to the traumatized children that we serve and the families that we serve.
Kentucky confronts some of the highest rates of child maltreatment in the country, ranking 47 out of 50 states. A nonprofit organization founded in 1880, Home of the Innocents, is part of the solution. Through collaborative initiatives, the home is building a continuum aspiring towards comprehensive support for families experiencing complex challenges. Through residential and community-based behavioral health services and a therapeutic foster care and adoption program, the home is elevating care and reshaping the future of child welfare in Kentucky for the better.
Home of the Innocents started 143 years ago. At the time, we knew that there was a need because children were being abandoned for extreme poverty. And so now, 143 years later, we continue to serve children that have experienced abandonment and neglect and abuse, and continue to expand the other services we provide to not only children, but also families, and also children that have medical complexities. Home of the Innocents is the state's only skilled nursing facility for children that have medical complexities. We also operate a residential program where children that are in state's care. We also are in the community where we provide preventative services that are intended to support families to prevent children from being removed from their homes. We provide services to young adults, career placement, and housing services to help them find stability. In the last 5 to 10 years, we've seen profound changes in the children that we're serving, especially those in state child welfare. So the children that we're serving really are more adolescents with more intense behavioral health needs. Many come to us expressing the desire to try to harm themselves or to harm others because of the traumas that they themselves have been subjected to. In our foster care and adoption program out in the community, we see more advanced behavioral health needs as well. So we are providing therapeutic foster care services to help with that. And in our residential program, we are using more evidence-based practices that we have drawn from across the country that really have great outcomes and are intended to really truly help treat the trauma that the children come to us with.
Raising a family without a stable support system can be hard, and the addition of societal, systemic, and behavioral health factors can make setting a child up for success even harder. Home of the Innocents supports families at risk of fracture and assists adolescents, teens, and guardians when foster care is the ideal solution.
I think some of the misconceptions about foster youth are that foster kids are bad. And I don't know where that came from because the kids that I have, they're fantastic. They're my favorite people. I adore Home of the Innocents. I felt like they prepared me and helped me navigate my journey as a foster parent with the training they provided in the beginning. They help by making home visits every month, and she is like one of our family members. She is fantastic. She's a big support system for us as foster parents. If she sees that we're getting a little stressed out, can I offer you some tools? Do you need anything extra? It's a community approach, and as with Home of the Innocents, it's a huge family, and we all work at it together.
The team at Home of the Innocents walks side by side with families and children as they navigate challenges in their lives. The home has made significant investments to bring best practices to the state of Kentucky, keeping children and families as the central focus. One such practice is to address periods of transition. While Family First Prevention funding prioritizes keeping families together, the reality is some children reach adulthood in need of additional support.
Series of events that led me to the Home of the Innocents was pretty much me being homeless at the age of 17. And it started with my adoption. And in the meantime, I found this place, I found Miss Akina, some caseworkers. I would recommend them because of them handling peer pressure. See that we are able to be comfortable with ourselves and opening up, seeing how you react with other peers. Those small things play a big role in getting up off your feet, to letting them be comfortable enough to put you in your own place of living. Because if you can handle yourself, if you can handle other peers, then you can handle living on your own.
I'm the father to 5 children, 2 of which are adopted. And so I've seen firsthand what trauma looks like for the children that we took into our family. And I know the struggles that families experience. And today, those challenges are even more profound. The home is committed to making sure that the families that we serve receive the services that they need in order to function, in order to deal with the trauma that they've experienced, but also so that their family can stay together and they can look to the future with great optimism.
With the right support, families thrive and children avoid the need for out-of-home care. Learn more today about Home of the Innocents, enriching the lives of children and families with hope, health, and happiness. For more information, visit homeoftheinnocents.org or call 502-596-1000.